Hi, my dear friends. Welcome back to Unorthodox Investing. Today's episode is about unlisted shares, and I highly recommend watching this episode from beginning to end while walking you through the steps. If you are new to my channel, I am Sandhosh with you. Please do not miss my previous episode on the investment strategy based on January high and low of index. I request you to please note down the January high and low of Nifty spot as we are currently in February. Please follow the Nifty spot and see whether it is closing above the January high or closing below the January low for taking the investment decisions for the year 2024. Links will be available in the description box or at the end of this episode. As we are all aware, during the IPL auction held last December, Pat Cummins, the Australian captain, was purchased by Sunrisers Hyderabad for 20 crore and 50 lakh rupees. Within a few hours, our King Khan's KKR placed a bid of rupees 24 crores 75 lakhs on Australian player Mitchell Starc. Both of these were the highest bids in the IPL auction history ever. However, at the same time, our beloved Sachin Tendulkar, who retired from the cricket 10 years ago, earned 26 crore 50 lakhs. He earned this amount not from cricket. Instead, it was from a stock called Azad Engineering, which was listed at the end of December 2023. It is worth noting that Tendulkar made an investment of rupees 5 crores in Azad Engineering approximately 9 months prior to its listing. Apart from him, our favorite cricketer, very special VVS Lakshman, along with other notable sports figures like Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu, India's best badminton players of all time, also invested in this share at various stages. Now, let us look at another company which is the pride of Kerala, the only airport in the world that is 100% powered by solar energy, our own Cochin International Airport or CIAL. Many small investors in Kerala became millionaires by investing in shares of CIAL. We can also invest in shares of our Chennai Super Kings as well, which is led by our Thala Mahendra Singh Dhoni, even though no major moves have been made so far. Besides, we can make investment in the world's largest exchange in terms of number of derivative contracts and the 7th largest in terms of business turnover, which is none other than India's National Stock Exchange. Now, you might be wondering, how did they invest in these shares even before it was listed? It all because these above mentioned shares are all being invested through the unlisted category. Recently, Tata Technologies, a stock that has won the bumper lottery for the investors in its IPO listing. Before its listing, this share was already a star in the unlisted category. So far, we have heard only good things. Just like with the common share market, there are potential risks expected here too. If we don't pay attention, we might end up getting burned. Recently, the Reliance promoters have given a tough time to those who bought and held the shares of Reliance Retail at rupees 3,000 levels by approving a proposal to reduce its share capital by cancelling the shareholding of its minority shareholders, resulting in an overnight loss of 60% to them. Eventually, this was the fate of those who had invested in this share. Likewise, for those who invested in Paytm and Policy Bazaar stocks through the unlisted market, the situations were not different. Let us see some common risks associated with investing in the unlisted shares. As we get to check the audited results of listed shares, it is important to note that the exact audited results of unlisted shares are not always available to us. As a result, we may not always be able to fully trust the information provided. Additionally, when we buy and sell listed shares from the exchange, we have a clear understanding of the price at which the transaction is taking place. However, when it comes to unlisted shares, the price transparency is not always there. There, your broker determines both the buying and selling rates. In some cases, brokers may provide rates that benefit them more than the customer. As a customer, it is important to do your research and compare rates from different brokers to ensure you are getting a fair deal. Additionally, you can always negotiate with your broker to try and get a better price. Once you buy an unlisted share, it is important to keep a close eye on it, especially when it comes to its rights issues. One of the main reasons investors in Cochin Airport share gain more profit was the frequent right issues. All notifications about this information usually come to us via email. Applying for rights in unlisted shares is not the same as applying for rights in common listed shares. The registrar sends a link to apply for the right issue through email, and investors can follow the link for the application process and making the required payment. Later, if there is any refund, it will be directly credited to your bank account. Apart from that, there is no provision to block funds, ASBA, until the allotment is made. If we don't pay attention and miss the rights issue, it could be quite costly for you. I have invested in few shares of Cochin Airport, one of the most successful businesses in Kerala, more as a fancy rather than an investment. Shares of Exaware Technologies and Nayara Energy, which were previously listed in the stock market, are now trading in the unlisted category. I recently noticed that Nayara Energy's stock is undervalued. Therefore, I added some of Nayara Energy shares to my portfolio. If you are interested in Nayara Energy shares, I would suggest conducting a detailed market research and investing wisely. Buying and selling commonly listed shares is generally considered to be a straightforward process. That is why many people tend to sell these good shares too quickly. When you want to sell unlisted shares, notify your broker. They will be responsible for finding a potential buyer for the share and providing you with the expected price. If the deal is acceptable, we need to transfer these shares to the demat account details provided by the broker. As the next step, money will be typically credited to your bank account in a day or two. The biggest advantage of this process is that being a slightly longer procedure, it would discourage many people from trying to sell it too easily. Longer the process, fewer the sales attempts. In other words, it facilitates long-term investment, which is a blessing in disguise. If you are not able to find a reliable broker, please reach out to me or go to the link in the description below. Once again, all are welcome to the world of unlisted shares. Thank you all for watching till the end. See you soon with next video.